Bioreduction Chemical Disposal. The disposal of chemical in a crucial aspect of maintaining environmental safety. Proper disposal involves identifying the type of chemical, following regulation for the safe handling and using appropriate method to minimize environmental impact.
Chemical waste refers to any byproduct, residue, or unused substance resulting from chemical process that may pose a threat to human health or the environment. This type of waste is often generated by industrial activities, research laboratories, manufacturing process, and other chemical-related operations. There are 5 definitions of chemical waste. First is nature of materials. Chemical waste encompasses material that contain substance considered hazardous due to their properties such as toxicity, flammability, reactivity, or corrosiveness. Second is potential threats. The primary concern with chemical waste is the potential harm it poses to human health and the environment. Exposure to this hazardous substance can lead to adverse health effects and ecological damage. Third is origin and source. Chemical waste originate from various sources including industrial process, manufacturing activity, research laboratories, and other activities involving the use or production of chemicals. It includes byproduct, unused or expired chemicals, and material contaminated during process. Fourth is form of chemical waste. Chemical waste can exist in various physical states, including liquid, solids, gas, or sludge. The diverse form highlight the range of material generated by industrial and scientific process that need proper disposal. 5. Regulatory compliance. To mitigate the risks associated with chemical waste, regulation and guidelines are in place worldwide. These regulations govern the proper collection, storage, transportation, and disposal of chemical waste to safeguard public health and protect the environment. Compliance with this regulation is crucial to ensure responsible and safe waste management practice.
Okay, next, there are several ways to handle chemical in a proper manner. So first of all, we have to wash our hands after handling chemicals. Radioactive materials can affect us and also affects our environment if we didn't wash our hands properly. So next way to handle chemical in a proper way is that we should store chemicals away from food storage. This is important so that our food can prevent from getting contaminated. Okay, next, there are several ways to handle chemical in a proper manner. So first of all, we have to wash our hands after handling chemicals. Radioactive materials can affect us and also affects our environment if we didn't wash our hands properly. So next way to handle chemical in a proper way is that we should store chemicals away. Okay, the next ways to handle chemical in a proper manner is that we should wear appropriate PPE while handling chemicals. So in this case, PPE stands for personal protective equipment. Last but not least, we should label all the chemicals clearly. These chemicals should be labeled clearly so that we can avoid any explosion or any sort of danger in the laboratory area. Thank you.
Chemical handling is important in various industry and scientific fields. Here are some key aspects highlighting the importances of proper chemical handling. Let's begin with safety. Safety can be divided in 2 parts: personal safety and environmental safety. For personal safety, many chemicals can be hazardous to the human health. So, proper handling, storage, and the use of chemical is essential to prevent accidents, injury, or long-term health issues. Next, environmental safety. Incorrect handling of chemicals can lead to environmental pollution. Furthermore, affect the ecosystem. So proper disposal and contaminant are critical to prevent adverse environmental impact. Next, we'll talk about prevention of accidents, explosion and fires. Some chemicals are flammable or reactive that can lead to explosion or fire if mishandled. Strict adherence to proper handling procedure minimize the risk of accidents. Moving on, chemical reaction. Mixing incompatible chemicals can lead to dangerous reaction. Understanding and following the guidelines for chemical compatibility is crucial to prevent accident. Lastly, we'll talk about the global supply chain. Chemicals are often the part of global supply chain. Proper handling ensures the safe transportation and transfer of chemical between different locations, fostering international trade and collaboration.
What is chemical segregation? Chemical segregation refers to separation or isolation of different chemical substances based on their properties or composition. This process is often employed in various industries and laboratories. The first one is chemical storage. Chemicals with reactive properties or incompatible characteristics need to be stored separately to prevent unwanted reactions. For instance, acids and bases should be stored in separate areas to avoid neutralization reactions. Next is laboratory work. In laboratories, researchers often need to keep different chemicals separate to maintain the integrity of experiments and to ensure the safety of personnel. This includes storing chemicals in separate cabinets and using separate containers for each substance. Third is industrial process. Industrial that deal with multiple chemicals in their process must be careful segregate these chemicals to prevent contamination and ensure product quality. This is crucial in industries such as pharmaceuticals, petrochemicals, and food production. And the last one is waste management. Disposal of chemical waste requires careful segregation to prevent environmental pollution. Different types of waste, such as hazardous and non-hazardous materials, must be separated to comply with environmental regulations.
I want to highlight the crucial aspect of transporting hazardous chemical waste. Picture chemical waste moving through railroads, waterways, air or highways. This task is overseen by specialized transporters vital in managing hazardous waste system. They ensure waste generated reach its final destination for treatment, recycling or disposal. As generator of hazardous waste, we carry a significant responsibility. Understanding and following the EPA Waste Manifest Protocol is essential. Failure to provide proper paperwork for each shipment can result in several penalties. Audits by the EPA or state agency closely examine our transportation methods. Having accurate paperwork during these audits is not just a vital, it's a legal necessity. Manifest detailing transport waste must be accurately complete. Incorrect handling can lead to several accidents. The future lies in e-manifest, a technological shift making document management more efficient. Regulation like those under the RCRA govern hazardous waste transporters. Compliance involves stringent adherence to DOT and EPA guidelines, ensuring proper handling, tracking, and spill management. Transporters temporarily holding waste during transit without a storage permit must follow strict rules for up to 10 days. Choosing a reliable waste disposal service is crucial for compliance with transportation regulation, safeguard the environment and public safety. Let's be vigilant. Every step in transporting hazardous waste matters. Our collective commitment to responsible transporting is not just a legal obligation, it's our duty for safer, cleaner future. Thank you.
There are various ways to safely dispose of materials, one of which is waste compaction. Waste compaction is a method used to reduce the amount of waste, making it easier and more cost-effective to handle, transport, and dispose of. There are various methods of waste compaction, each of which is suitable for different types of waste. Here are some common waste compaction methods. One of them is mechanical compaction. Compactors are machines that compress waste material using a hydraulic or mechanical mechanism. They are commonly used for general waste, cardboard, paper, plastic, and other non-hazardous materials. Compactors can be stationary or mobile depending on the application. Next, balers. Vertical baler is a machine that compresses waste material into this bale. Is easy to operate. And next step of them, landfill. In the process landfill, a layer of soil is added after each layer of garbage. The waste that cannot be reused or recycled are separated out and separated as a thin layer in low-lying areas across the city. And last step is incinerator. process of controlled conversion of garbage to reduce it to incombustible matter such as ash and waste gas. The exhaust gas from this process may be toxic. Hence, it is treated before being released into the environment.
The conclusion is proper disposal of chemical is crucial to prevent environmental harm and protect human health. Always follow the local regulation and guidelines when disposing of chemical. It is essential to address the regulation, use determinate disposal method, and promote responsible handling to minimize the ecological impact of the chemical waste.